Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now. Salutations, School Believer. Do you have a dream of becoming an entrepreneur, but don't know where to start or even what to do? Where can I gather information quickly about what's in my zone of genius? Don't worry, School Believers. I got you covered. Go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt and check out an amazing set of AI prompts that will give you ideas, information, and articles to help you get across that start line. Once again, go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt to get you started now. Good luck, School Believer. Hello there, School Believer. Hey, if you're anything like me, I am just so tired of going from screen to screen to screen, trying to figure out my analytics for all of my social medias and trying to figure out where I can put any and all my energies to get as much reach as I can. Well, I think I've finally found the solution. Elementary Analytics. That's right, Elementary Analytics. Now, at a single press of a button, I can see all my social media analytics from Google to Twitter to Facebook, all my important information all on one screen. All on one screen, can you believe it? And if you really needed to, you could print charts for any possible meetings you might have. If you want to learn more about this amazing program, go to tuepodcast.net/EA for a 14-day free trial with no credit card needed. That's tuepodcast.net/EA for a 14-day free trial. Try it right now and see what it can do for you.
My name is Taimara Valdez. My business is Caribe Crafter, and my podcast will be Mentes y Manos Creativas. You're listening to episode 47 on Undiscovered Entrepreneurs.
Welcome to the Undiscovered Entrepreneur, the podcast where brand new entrepreneurs come to life and could quite possibly be discovered. Join me, DJ Scoob, and the rest of the Scoob Believers as we help these new businesses become a reality. And now, away we go! Hello, Scoob Believers, and welcome to another edition of the Undiscovered Entrepreneur with me, DJ Scoob. Coming at you on whatever device you happen to be listening on. All right, today's a great episode that we're putting together for you. I have a brand new entrepreneur that is actually somebody from my Numo Spec community, and her name is Taimara Valdez. Now, Taimara is a professional crafter, but also just started a brand new podcast. If you're interested in listening to that, we're going to talk about it a couple times there. I will have links in the show notes to be able to get to that podcast. But right now, we're going to go ahead and listen and get the story from Taimara Valdez. Salutations, Scoob Believers, and we are here again with another amazing, brand spanking new entrepreneur. Today we're here with Taimara. Hi, Taimara.
Hello, Jesse. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for being on the Undiscovered Entrepreneur and taking some time to talk with us today.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Okay, so I have one really kind of semi-serious question to ask you. Okay, you ready?
I am.
Okay. Are you a school believer?
Absolutely, I am a school believer.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you so much for being a school believer, Taimara. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. So what I like to do for me is just kind of let me know about who you are and what you do and how long you've actually been doing it for.
I am Taimara Valdez, and I am a crafter, and I've been a crafter for 40 years. I have a business that is Caribe Crafters. It's about all type of crafting, all type of handmade craft, jewelry, scrapbooking, card making, all the stuff. And I do have a podcast that is intertwined to creativity that goes with the Caribe Crafter that is called Mentes y Manos Creativas. And I am an interpreter by profession. That's what I do, a Spanish interpreter. That's my job and my day job. And that's what I do, I've been doing for the last 18 years.
That's fantastic. It's nice to see you've come all this way. I mean, 40 years of crafting to get to this point. It's just fantastic. So much. Thank you so much for doing that.
You're welcome.
All right. So, from what I'm made to understand, your main thing is a cricket machine, right?
Yes, that's what I use. I use the Cricut machine, all the Cricut's products. I have used other products before, other machines, but they're not like cutting machine like that one. They are more manually cutting machine. Back in the days, that's what we use. And scissors. That was my first machine, a scissor and hand and pencil and a ruler.
All right. So I really like to know. I mean, it's 40 years since you've been doing this, but I know you haven't been actually running a business for a very long time. Can you explain to me what actually made you start the business? I mean, as far as the business itself is concerned, what was the thing that kind of got you started?
I started the business because of I haven't found in like many Spanish speaking creative people that want to show what they're doing in teach. And because I've been creating things for me and my family for parties, weddings, my daughter's birthday, or everything in the family, like everybody comes to me to, can you do this party for us? Can you create the invitation? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm being in the crafting, we're selling with other companies, selling their products, but I sell their products because I want to keep those products for me to create my craft. I found Cricut in 2009, but I didn't use it. I was very afraid of the machine, very intimidated. And then I never used it. I only used it for maybe 3 times. Then I went to, in 2018, they changed the machine. They brought a newer machine and faster machine. And I say, I'm going to conquer that machine. I'm going to learn how to use the machine from the beginning to the end. But I was already crafting since 40 years ago. I started when I was 7. And it was, for me, was sewing and doing all that type of crafting and handmade things. When I understood that Cricut, you can make things like anything that is in your mind, you can create it with a machine because it cuts more than 300 plus material. And the opportunities are endless. And I decide I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to teach other people how to do it because I couldn't find anybody at that moment to teach me. That was 2018, 2019 came, 2020 with COVID came, and I found someone that was that is the person that I say that she can help me, and it was in English, and I speak both languages, but I wanted to know who else could teach me in Spanish, and I wanted to learn in both languages. I'm very good learning in English, but I wanted to do both because I wanted to teach other people that I know they like the machine, but they didn't know how to use it. And they were in the same situation I was. And I'm being like, I try so many products. And these products, to me, the quality and the warranty and everything they offer is, to me, that's one of the best one in the market. if it's not the best one, is the number one for me. And I do all my things with their machine and others' machine too. I have others' machine, but cutting machine, only one, Cricut.
Well, there you go. Sometimes that's the only one you need. It's just to start with the one.
Yes.
I love the fact that you sat down yourself. I'm going to conquer this machine.
Yes.
That
I was afraid. I was very afraid to touch the original one. I have it here. It's beautiful, my favorite color and everything. And one day my husband asked me, can you make some names for my team? Because he used to play baseball. And I said, absolutely. And I didn't know. I said, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I cut it? I didn't know. It was a keypad and a cartridge, and I didn't know how to use that. And I asked my daughter that was like maybe 10 or 11, and I said, can you help me with it? She said, oh, let's try it. It was an internet to help me with that. That was 2009. In 2011, 2012 was when I decided to try the machine, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish it. I have the unfinished products here, the projects, nothing was finished. And 2018 was like, when I saw that machine, to me, it was like, oh my gosh, I need to have it. This is the best thing ever. I never thought that a machine could do everything that machine can do.
And then you conquered it.
Oh, absolutely. Every day, I'm still learning. Every day I learn something new, something that I can make with that machine.
Yeah, it's always a constant learning, no matter what you're doing. It's always a constant learning. And whether you're using a Cricut or starting a business or anything like that, always constant learning. That's something I'm always talking about in my podcast is being self-taught and always being open to learning new experiences. It's always important. I like the fact too that you decided to teach others to do it because you didn't have that. So you decided to be that resource for everybody else that didn't have that resource, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that you found that was in the same situation, just like you said earlier, that they don't have anybody to learn from. So you wanted to be that one person everybody could learn from, because you've already taken the experiences and learned things. And now it's just so much easier for these people to learn from you.
Yes.
Instead of having to wait the couple of years or whatever to learn themselves. And that's really what it boils down to, especially in an entrepreneurship, is being able to help others with the knowledge that you've accumulated over your time.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. I like to learn, and I love to show others what do I learn, what can I do, and that you can be creative with anything. It doesn't need to be this specific machine. It could be any other machine. Just try it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared of that machine.
Right. It's not going to eat you.
No.
Right.
Break it. You think you will, but you're not going to break it. It's very intimidating. Very.
All right. What are some of, I want to ask you this question is, what are some of the pitfalls and problems that you've had when you were starting your business? I know you've recently kind of started it, but I'd really like to know a couple pitfalls or problems that you've had starting your business.
It's being, I always have that in the back of my head that I wanted to sell, but I didn't want a building. Like I don't want an office, in brick and mortar, like people like it's called. I don't like that because I have to pay for rent and all that. I wanted to be able to do it from my house. And this is my craft room. This is in my house. This is my special room. And when I decided, I say, how can I do it? I didn't know how to do anything. It's like I have to learn. I'm learning everything. It's been 2 years. That is being a journey, and every day I learn one thing, and I say, "Oh, now I have to learn this. How do I do that?" I keep asking questions. How do I do that? How do I create this? I don't even know how to create the way to get payments and all that, things like that we don't know, and we have to learn about everything, about how to, like, first thing is to do the domain, find your name. I have the name for many years, and I did the domain, then I did I registered the domain, I registered the business. And after that, now you need to know, uh, how are you going to make this work? I didn't know the step. I didn't have a path or anything to follow. And I got into a program that it show you how to do a step by step, but it's not going to be done in 3 months or 1 month. It requires a lot of work. And to me, it's being the learning curve of everything to start this business that is not all concrete yet, but it's in the process of. This is what I'm working on it, and I have to learn about everything because I'm everything right now in the business.
Yeah, that could be a struggle sometimes too, especially if you don't have any kind of road to go down or a checklist or anything where you don't know exactly what you're doing. So you're really super playing it by ear and
Exactly.
it sounds like you finally got some kind of checklist or something where you were able to follow it and finally get it done. It's really, especially for new ones, it's all kind of guesswork until you finally get everything all together.
Yes.
If you could ever find somebody that's done it, before you, and then you could ask them, or if you go online and find some kind of checklist on how do I register this and how do I accumulate that and that kind of thing. That's always great. But it sounds like now that you have this knowledge, you could actually pass it on to other people in case they want to start businesses too, right?
Absolutely. Yes. And that's what I would love to do that. It's like, I don't want people to feel like lost because it's been 20 years since I wanted to like do something to put it out there, and I haven't been able to do it. It's like I start something and I say, but that doesn't work like that. And it's because if you don't have the like you said, the checklist, the path, and the steps, what do you do first? What do you do second? And all that. If you don't have it in place, you don't gonna get it. And now it's easier. 20 years ago wasn't that easier. It's like, now it's super easy because everything is online. You can find everything you can be self-taught and like do it yourself, but it has to be done the right way. And
Exactly.
I'm doing all those steps now.
Good. It's good to see that you're overcoming that, and now you have the steps in front of you where you can just kind of keep going with it. That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. That's awesome. What I'd like to know in this next question is, you've been doing this for a little while, but do you have anybody influencing you, or like a mentor or somebody that kind of makes you move on, keeps you moving forward and that kind of thing? Do you have somebody like that?
Yes, I do have someone that I found in 2020 when I was confined in this room making masks for friends and family and coworkers. And my mom called me and said, "You need to make masks." And I said, "I don't know how to make masks." She said, "You need to make those face masks because there's none." And I said, "I just know how to sew a little bit. I don't know how." She said, "Figure it out." I went online and I found a lady that she's called Jennifer Maker. Her name is Jennifer Marks, Marx. But her creator name is Jennifer Maker. She is amazing. She's my mentor. She's like, I don't know her. We don't know each other. I just follow her. I just learn with her everything I know about Cricut and about all this crafting work in the Cricut work was because of Jennifer Maker. And I'm very inspired by her. And she started with practically nothing, just her knowledge, the knowledge she have in design. And she started that business. And now she's one of the biggest one out there in the crafting world. And I'm very inspired by that lady, and I respect her a lot. And I wish one day I will interview her.
You just might. I mean, now that you have a podcast, you actually have a platform where you can reach out to her and say, "Hey, I would really like to have you on my podcast." So
That's the
definitely
plan.
make that a goal for yourself. Yeah, that'd be awesome. If anybody's curious about Jennifer Maker, I'll put a link to her. Is it a YouTube channel, I'm assuming, or?
She does have a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. She has everything. She has an academy.
So I'll put some of that in the show notes in case anybody wants to see what she's about. It's nice to have a mentor or even a virtual mentor, just like Jennifer, to kind of inspire you to move on and to do different types of things that they're kind of doing themselves. My guy, Pat Flynn, I talk about him a lot, but I've reached out to him and he knows who I am, but I mean, he's not my mentor. He's my virtual mentor. I listen and watch what he does and then kind of emulate, but make it my own way. And I hope that any of my school believers out there could find a mentor for themselves too, virtual or otherwise, to follow and that kind of thing. So I'm really glad you came across Jennifer, because if you didn't come across Jennifer, who knows what you would be doing, right?
Exactly. With her, it's like I was, oh my gosh, where was this lady was before that I didn't know about her until that happened that day that my mom, and it was in my mind for a couple of days, and I said, I need to start because it was already March. We were in lockdown and I was home and nobody was here. It was only me, my husband and daughter were working, and I said, I need to do something. I'm gonna go crazy. It's like, and I started using the machine without being scared of putting fabrics and cutting it. It's like everything. It was a whole thing to me. I spent days and hours and hours and hours working and doing what she was teaching and watching her tutorials, everything. She does have a YouTube channel that have excellent classes too. Everything. She's very good. She's a very good teacher.
All right. Well, now you'll be a good teacher, right?
You. Yes.
All right. That's awesome. I'm so glad it worked out that way. And now you are where you are now. It's always a constantly learning from somebody. Sometimes it's always learning from somebody else, but still learning for yourself too.
Okay. Yes. I continue learning every day, new things. Everything that comes, I try it. If I like it, I continue doing it. If not, I say, I will put that on the side for now, because if I don't like it too much. But there's so many possibilities. There's so many things in the crafting world, so many like theme that you can do and create from one thing, for a party, for weddings, for everything, for corporations, anything you can create with in the crafting world right now. It's huge.
It definitely is. Now, I'm a stick figure guy. I'm not a very crafty kind of guy, so I call people like you to be able to make stuff for me, because I can't, I can't make anything. So I leave that to people like you and my daughter. So
That's good. I don't draw. I'm not a drawer. I don't paint, but I can just put paint in some canvas, but that's it. I'm not a designer. I am learning to be a designer, but I am a crafter, and I can, if I have it in my head, I don't draw it. I just make it with my hands.
Good. That's a good way to do it. That's right within your zone of genius. That's what I call that.
Yes.
All right. So what I like to do now is I like asking this question of everybody, especially brand new people that are just getting started. But when will you know you've made it? When do you think you've actually made it to the end point where it's like, this is exactly what I was hoping for? This is where I want to be. Can you kind of show that to me? What does that look like in your head?
When I think I made it when I get to help and inspire other people, as many people as possible, like others has inspired me. I think when that happened, I will say I made it.
Helping others, how are you helping others to get to that point?
To craft, just to take care of their state of mind, and to be creative and don't think that, oh, I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to paint. You don't need to draw. All of us are creative people, and we just need to find the thing that we like to do. And we can create anything that we want with our hands if we like it and we believe that we can do it. And if I get to inspire people just to create and feel entertained, because that was my thing, to entertain myself. That's how I started creating when I was 7, making things and sewing for my dolls when I was 7. And people can do that and entertain their mind, and just to feel that they can have a hobby, they can have anything to just spend their time and not to worry about thinking about bad things and the way and all that. But when I inspire people that they will say, okay, I can make that, and I'm not afraid to do it, and I'm not afraid of that machine or that tool, that's when I say, okay, I made it. And I wanted to teach and help my people in Spanish speaking. That's one of my goals.
All right. That's amazing. You know, I ask that question on every one of my podcasts, and my most common answer is when I get the big house, or when I get the car, or when I reach this huge plateau. And you're actually in the same boat as me, is where all I really want to do is help other people accomplish their goals and what they want to do, and how to do it. And when somebody comes up to you and says, thank you so much for helping me, it's inspired me to do this, that's when you know you've made it. That's when you've reached that goal, that plateau, that oh, I helped them come up with this. I helped them get that special feeling you have by working with your hands and making something fantastic. That's great.
Have it displayed in your house, or give it to someone, like making a cup, for example, making a cup for a teacher, like that is like will inspire others, and just a gift that you made with so much love. To me, that's amazing, and to me, that's the most rewarding thing that I can do. Just when someone called me the other day and say, I have the machine, it's in the box, I don't know what to do with it. I say, get it out. She's not going to bite you. He said, can you help me with that? I say, absolutely. Just call me on video. I help you. But those things, that's what I wanted to. And that's what motivates me every day to learn something else, something new, to help others.
All right. That's fantastic. That's a great goal to have.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. What I'd like to know is if you actually met someone that wants to do the same entrepreneur adventure as you, as far as the crafting and things like that, because I know you're into teaching people. You're actually kind of doing this already, but I'm going to go ahead and ask this question anyway. What kind of steps would you have them do? What would you tell them to do to start an entrepreneur adventure like yours?
Not to be afraid. Just never give up. Don't give up. Keep doing it. Even if people tell you, oh, but that doesn't make you money. That won't make you money. Just keep going. Keep learning everything you can find to help you with what you wanted to start, the business you wanted to start. Find a way to learn everything you can about that business and go for it. Don't stop. Be a learner. Don't give up, and just don't be afraid. Don't be like me. I was afraid for a long time.
Yeah, fear stops a lot of people from doing something or accomplishing something they might be able to do with their hands or otherwise. So whenever I talk about fear, especially when in something like this, I always talk about an acronym for fear: FEAR, false evidence appearing real. And it's like I was saying before, I know it was kind of a joke, but at the same time, it's not a saber-toothed tiger that's going to bite you or anything like that. It's just something you're scared of doing because you've never done it before. So what you really need to do is take that kind of leap of faith into it, and just kind of get into it elbow deep and see what you can learn from it.
Yeah.
And I love the advice, don't give up. We don't give up, because it is going to be hard. It is going to be a learning curve, like kind of like what you were saying earlier and that kind of thing. But I mean, don't let it get you down. It's just part of the process. It's part of learning. It's part of what we do as entrepreneurs is, we'll have failures. We'll have things that don't come out right. Oh, I missed a corner or something along those lines. Don't give up. Work at it. It's something that's going to take practice, and don't be afraid to take that practice and turn it into something that later on you will actually work out really well for you.
Absolutely.
And another thing too you mentioned is, don't be so worried about the money. The money will come eventually. I'm going to definitely tell you about that. I mean, the money basically is a byproduct of how you serve others. The better you serve others, the byproduct of the money will come. But don't let that be the first thing that you worry about when you get into an entrepreneur adventure or anything else like that. It can't be the money. It's got to be the passion for what you're actually doing. You have to be able to want to do it for free to be passionate, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, if you could do it for free and you don't mind doing it for free, then you're doing something that you really want to do for sure.
That's me.
That's you. Okay.
For free.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how I could work this question in, because I'm not exactly sure how you market yourself to these people. So I'm going to read this question, but kind of fit it into what you're doing. If I was looking to hire someone to do what you're doing, say I want some stuff done for a wedding. Okay, let's do that. I want some crafts done for a wedding, but there's you, and I have two other people that have kind of like the same experience and maybe charge the same amount of money. How would you set yourself apart from these other two to make me want to go with you instead of the other two?
I think the experience I have to doing this for so long, that I start from scratch, like drawing it with my hands and cutting it with a scissor, like hand cut, and not with a machine. And the results were fabulous. And then going from there to machine cut projects, like more perfect, more sophisticated, and more clean. I think that will stand out for me. Plus this customer service I offer. It's like, it's personalized, it's just for you, and I will give you all my time, and everything you want me to do for that project, it will be done for you.
That's awesome. Having that personal touch. I think, and I mentioned this in another podcast too, not too long ago, but having that actual human personal touch, we've kind of lost that as a society.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of things are automated now, and then you have to go through a huge process to be able to even just to talk to a human. So to be able to have a customer service where I can call you, talk to you, the person that's in charge, and ask a question or voice a concern that I might have for something, it's a lot different than having to go through a switchboard and then, press 1 if you want to leave a message and that kind of thing. It's a lot different now than it used to be.
Yeah.
So having that human touch really makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
All right. This is my favorite question. This is always my favorite question, but I did steal this question from another podcast, so I'm sorry, everybody. But what is the one question that you wish I would have asked but didn't? I always miss one really good question, and my guest is so prepared to answer that question, but I never ask the question. So I give them an opportunity to get that question asked. So what is the one question I didn't get to?
To me, it will be like, you didn't ask me where I come from.
Oh, well, that's very true. That is very true. Where did you come from?
I come from Dominican Republic. I was born in Dominican Republic and have part of my life living there, part of my childhood and part of my teenagers year. And I moved to Puerto Rico, and from Puerto Rico to United States, to Raleigh, North Carolina. Yes, that's my my native my native language is Spanish, and I learned English when I was 10. I started learning English.
So, what's funny is, especially when I talk to somebody from a different country that moves to the US of A, the question I always ask is why, and then where you're at right now. So why North Carolina? I mean, you can go anywhere in the US. Why do you choose North Carolina where you're at right now?
That was the question my husband asked. Why this place? This is a country place, I say, because it's beautiful and it's so peaceful. And it's, I don't know, it has something that I wanted to live here since before I landed. I said, this is the place. North Carolina is, to me, is very quiet. It's so calm, and it's not that anymore. It's growing too fast, but it's so calm and quiet, and like people, everything. I love it. I just love it. I always said that I will stay here until I die. It's like, I really like it here.
Well, there you go. I guess you're just going to be there for a while.
Oh, well.
That's great. That's a good answer to the question I really should have asked you from the very beginning, but that's okay. All right. I know you've been doing this for a little while, but I would like to know is your next goal. I always talk to my guests and I want a 6-month goal. So do you have a goal for yourself that you would really like to accomplish in the next 6 months?
Yes, I wanted to be consistent with my work and starting doing workshops and teaching Spanish-speaking women about crafting and about how to create anything they want to and that they wanted to show to others. And if they have the machine, how to use it if they don't know how to use it. If they want to buy the machine, which one to buy and all that. That will be one of my goals. And to work on just here in my shop and work on my podcast.
All right. So you want to make sure your workshops are going and you got your podcast that you're working and you want to make sure that's going. Yes. Okay. And what else was there?
To be consistent with the podcast workshops and to be working here in my shop, just creating things and entertain myself and showing up every day.
Consistency is important, especially when it comes to especially the podcast on top of everything else. Being able to keep up the consistency on that, it's going to be key for you. I mean, do you have any pictures of a workshop that you put together?
No, I have videos. I have videos of the workshop. I did a workshop on card making, how to make cards for Christmas and Valentine's, and I have the video of me teaching them.
What I'd like, if you could do this, because if it's going to be part of your goal, I would like a couple of snapshots of your workshop I could put on my social medias for you.
Absolutely, I would.
Okay, because I'd really like to put that. So if anybody wants to see tomorrow's workshop or anything like that, go to my social medias on there. You can find those at Linktree. So that's linktr.ee /DJ Scoob. And let's see if we can put those out there for you so people can take a look at it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right. So what I'd like to actually do, now that I have goals for you, I want to be able to follow up with you and see if we've actually accomplished those goals. Are you okay with me following up with you in 6 months?
Yes, you can. Thank you.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Taimara, for being. Give me the name of your podcast one more time.
My podcast name is Mentes y Manos Creativas. It's in Spanish only, and in English means creative hands and minds.
All right. And I will find your link and I'll put it in my show notes. So in case anybody that wants to actually listen to that podcast, they could access it real easily. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Taimara, thank you so much for being on Undiscovered Entrepreneur. I really appreciate you. All right, Scoop Believers, thank you so much. And make sure you stay tuned for the wrap up. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Taimara Valdez. Man, that was a lot of fun to be able to talk with her. Now, like I said on the podcast, I'm not a very crafty person, but if you are learning to be a crafter, or if you think you have that talent, definitely the person to talk about and be with. She has 40 years worth of experience, so you know she's going to be able to help you learn how to do certain types of crafts. And working with a Cricut, my wife has a Cricut, and she's used it for a couple of things, and it's just amazing. So take a look at that and follow her on her podcast, the podcast that we mentioned a couple of times in this interview. I will have a link to her podcast in the show notes because I'm not able to say it as well as she did. So take a look in the show notes, click on that, follow her in that podcast, and see if it's something you can learn from. And a lot of times, I really liked this. The couple times we did talk about fear. And fear is one of my specialties and one thing I really like to talk about fear. So really take that into consideration when you're getting into an entrepreneur venture and kind of take it to heart the way she did and learn from it. And now a little bit about what's going on with me lately. I've been working really hard to get myself to PodFest. That's coming up in January. Just need to raise money to do that. So I'm actually starting to construct a few things that I could actually, help other people out with, possibly sell, whatever it takes for me to get to PodFest. I really want to make sure this happens. So right now I'm actually starting recording on a new course that I'm putting together. I'm actually going to be starting it here today, starting to record this on how to start a podcast. So we're going to go step by step how I actually myself started the podcast. Hopefully it's something that you could learn from too, and we can get together and start a podcast for yourself. Also, I'm under construction of the box of how to start a business in a box, basically. And I've got some ideas to what I want to put in this box to help you start your entrepreneurial adventure, but I need some ideas of what else to put in here. So I would like, if you could, please reach out to me on my social medias. Let me know what you would like to have inside this box. And if I choose your thing, I will definitely let you know about it. That way you could have that, know that you actually contribute to something in this box. Also, in Numo Spec, I have the group coaching that's still going on. Please look for that. Join me in the Numo Spec community and look in the show notes. And I did have the commercial at the very beginning on how to join that. If you want to get a hold of me, you want to know where my socials are, all that good stuff, find me at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/DJ Scoop, SKOOB. You'll find all my social medias there. You'll find my YouTube channel and all that good stuff to find me. It's all there. So I just want to say thank you so much for all your support up to this point. Your Scoop Believers are amazing. I can't wait till next week for you to listen to the next episode. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Hello there, DJ Scoob here, and I just want to personally say thank you for listening to my program. I really hope you learned something. Tune in 2 weeks to listen to another brand new entrepreneur. And remember, I can, I am, I will, and I'm doing it today. As a worker of 2 full-time jobs, running a podcast and coaching, every minute counts in my day-to-day. It's hard to be consistent in any of my social medias. And at this point, I cannot hire a social media manager. Pinnacle AI to the rescue! I've been using Pinnacle AI for a couple of weeks now and seeing big improvements in my outreach and consistency in all my social medias. Do you want to save time and increase your productivity too? Go to tuepodcast.net/AI for more information. Save yourself time and grow your brand. Try it now and see what it can do for you. Hello, Scoop Believers. Let me ask you a real quick question. How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now, here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including cordyceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, we won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.